Today, we need to talk about something serious. Something so serious that is plaguing our world that I have no other choice but to talk about it. Something worse and even more controversial and awful than world hunger, racism, sexism, war, homophobia, transphobia, all of that stuff combined. Yeah, that's right, baby. Today we're talking about this fucking moon metal location in Sonic Unleashed. I keep seeing this tweet showing up on my timeline with people bitching and moaning about it, saying things like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that that's there? And that's not good game design, and most egregiously, the red star rings are better. Listen, buddy, if you're gonna drag the red star rings into this, you're basically begging me to come out of the woodwork to talk about it. Let's start with the premise of the game. As everyone on Earth knows, the game is called Sonic World Adventure in Japan. The whole concept of the game is that you go on this epic globe-trotting adventure, taking in the various sights and the sounds from all the places within it. The team who worked on the game knew this, and they took that to heart. That goes for more than just slapping some hub worlds in the game and sticking random NPCs in them to talk to. They wanted the world to feel lived in, like it's an actual place that exists and has people in it living their lives. Not only does that raise the stakes for the plot, putting actual people that we've spoken to in danger, but it also just builds onto the immersion that Unleashed conveys. A level of immersion that hasn't been achieved since then, by the way. Okay, I'm just gonna hit you with my whole point now, so you might want to sit down for this. This moon metal isn't a problem. Where's your sense of wonder, people? Expand your mind, open your eyes. Yes, the point of the day levels is to blast through them at top speed, but nothing is stopping you from taking it slow every once in a while and seeing what's around. This isn't just a video game world so the player can play the stages in said video game. The objective was to make it feel fleshed out and real. By doing so, it rewards players who have that sense of wonder and stop to take things a bit slow with a medal. Oh cool, there's no invisible wall here. Let's just go up these stairs and what the fuck? They knew I was gonna come up here and gave me a little present for doing it. I don't care who you are, that's fucking cool, dude. This gives me the same feeling as this part of Speed Highway did in Sonic Adventure 1. The developers knew that players were probably gonna scale this building, so they tossed some item boxes on the top to, say it with me now, reward your sense of exploration and make the game world feel more immersive. Holy shit, what a concept. As a kid, I always loved walking around this big 3D segment of Windmill Isle Act 1. Not only does it just look beautiful with the shading and how it interacts with the terrain and Sonic's model and everything, but there's just so much detail in here. All the tables and chairs set up for people that we've been talking to come sit outside and eat lunch or something. The flowers dangling overhead. This fucking pelican who gets pissed off when you come near him. It's practically like the game is throwing itself at you with all these details saying, hey, pump the brakes for a second and stop and look around, and if you do, you might just find something interesting. That being the moon metal. It's just so full of life, man. And get this, no invisible walls. If I want to walk over here to the left and look around, I can. Literally nothing is stopping me. Now I know what else you may be thinking, but the medals are required to progress through the game, and hiding it in such a bizarre place is totally unfair. Well, guess again. This medal just wasn't put there for you, and that's okay. Just playing the game normally, you're pretty much gonna get all of the medals that you need. I always see memes about the game being like, sorry, you need 25 more sun medals to progress, fuck you. And I'm sorry guys, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but that's pretty much just pure skill issue on your part. There's so many different ways to get medals in the game. Playing the levels with at least 50% of your brain power being utilized, walking around the hub worlds with the NPCs and the level gates, at both day and night, and giving the professor souvenirs from the places that you visit. Even as a kid, I never really struggled with the progression being locked away from me. Where would you all have preferred this moon metal to be? Directly in the middle of the road with a spline that Sonic falls into so you have literally no other choice but to run in one direction and collect the moon metal along the way? That's fucking lame, dude. I guess the point that I'm really just trying to make here is that this video game world exists for more reasons other than for you, the player, to play levels in. So step up, stop complaining, and go out there and experience it. Or don't, and, continue being a pathetic loser. I can't control your actions. Also, quick little interjection here. You know what code is hella underrated in the mod manager? This bad bitch right here. But it's just the Sega logo and the Hedgehog Engine logo. That is what you're thinking, right? Is that it? Is there more? Is there a Sonic Team logo? I don't think so. I can't remember. My point is, eliminating those from the boot up process, you're on the title screen in 1 second versus like 6 seconds if you're spamming the start button. So if you think about it, every time you boot up Unleashed PC, which if you're not a fucking idiot will be quite frequently, eventually all them logos start adding up to some serious time, bro. Some serious cheddar. You know what, let's crunch some numbers real quick. So assuming you're spamming the start button to skip the startup, you clock in at around 9.26 seconds on agonizing startup time. With this code turned on, we clock in at about 2.89 seconds. And since I'm stupid as fuck, let's pull up our calculator real quick, toss the numbers in there, and we got ourselves, oh gee whiz, that's a difference of about 6.37 seconds. So assuming you're playing the game at least 4 days a week, that's 6.37 times 4 days a week, 25.48 seconds. Now let's do 25.48 times 52 weeks per calendar year. Holy fuck, 1,324.96 seconds spent on just waiting and staring at a bunch of random bullshit. That's 22 minutes and 5 seconds spent on nothing. 22 minutes and 5 seconds of your life that you will never get back. That's longer than it takes me to finish Eggman Land, for fuck's sake. And that was my first run. I still haven't replayed this level yet. I'm sure I could get an even faster time on it now that I've maxed out my stats. Think about that next time you feel like complaining about the greatest final level this series has ever produced. Why the hell did I just waste my time crunching these numbers and doing math that, quite frankly, I'm not even sure if I did correctly in the first place? Well, my friends, that's because I know where my priorities lie, and hopefully you do too. Yes, you, watching this video on the toilet. Don't do this for me, do it for yourselves. Okay, goodbye.